Hi guys, welcome to my YouTube channel. In today's video, we will learn about best practices of Power Automate Desktop. So please watch this video till the end so that you can understand it completely. And if you have not subscribed my YouTube channel yet, please subscribe it. So let's get started. First best practice is that you plan your flow. So before you start building your flow, clearly define the process you want to automate and break it down into smaller and manageable steps. For example, if you want to automate the process of generating a weekly sales report, outline each step: opening the sales database, extracting data, formatting it in Excel, and emailing the report. So you need to first outline all the steps, and if the process is a very big process, in that case you need to break it down into smaller and manageable steps so that during the development you do not face any kind of complexity. Second one is use descriptive names. Name your actions, variables and UI elements descriptively to make your flow easier to understand and maintain. For example, instead of naming a variable var1, name it sales data. Instead of an action named action1, name it extract sales data. Similarly, if you are capturing a UI element where you have to click, which is a button, in that case you can name it as btn and the name of the button, so that you will identify on which UI element you are trying to click. So descriptive actions will help you to manage your process effectively. Third one is error handling. You need to implement error handling mechanism to manage unexpected issues. You can use try catch blocks to handle errors gracefully and log them for troubleshooting. For example, if your flow involves downloading a file from a website, use a try catch block to handle scenarios where the download might fail due to network issues. Log the error and send an alert email. So error handling is very important when you are developing a bot using Power Automate Desktop. You will get various options. For example, on block error action or on error property, you will get on most of the actions which can be utilized to handle the exceptions, and this will make your bot very robust. The fourth best practice is modular design. Create reusable subflows for a repetitive task. This makes your main flow cleaner and easier to manage. For example, if your multiple flows require logging into a system, create a subflows for the login process. Call this subflow whenever login is needed. Similarly, if you are going to log your data somewhere in, let's say, Notepad, you can create a flow to log the data whenever there is an error occurred. So for example, if you are using on error or on block error action, in that case, whenever there is an error in the subflow, you can call log subflow to log this data or the error in the Notepad file. This will help you to troubleshoot the errors in your bot. The fifth best practice is optimize the performance. You need to avoid unnecessary actions and loops. Use conditions and filters to minimize the number of actions. Distribute the load across machines to prevent timeouts and ensure smooth execution. For example, instead of looping through all records in a database, use a filter to process only the records that meet certain criteria. If processing large data sets, distribute the workload across multiple machines. The sixth best practice is testing and debugging. Test your flow thoroughly in different scenarios to ensure it works as expected. Use the debugging tools provided in the Power Automate Desktop to identify and fix the issues. Example, if your flow processes customer orders, test it with various order sizes, different customer types, and edge cases like empty orders or invalid data. So when you are developing the bot, you need to keep these things in mind. You need to think of something which is out of the scenario and handle those errors. If you're not able to handle those errors, at least log them in your log file so that you will get to know what has happened with that particular record. Seventh best practice is documentation. You need to document your flow, including the purpose of each action and any dependencies. This is helpful for future maintenance and for others who may work on the flow. For example, create a document or use comments within the flow to explain why certain actions are performed, what each variable represents, and any external systems or files the flow interacts with. So you can use, let's say, comment action in order to explain the subflow or the use of the variable. And if you are using any, let's say, conditional actions, in that case you can use comment action to explain the condition. Eighth best practice is security. Ensure that sensitive information such as passwords is handled securely. Use encrypted variables and secure connections. Example is store passwords in a secure vault and retrieve them at runtime. Use encrypted variables to handle sensitive data within the flow. Ninth best practice is regular updates. You need to keep your flows updated with the latest features and best practices. Regularly review and optimize your flows for better performance and reliability. For example, periodically review your flows to incorporate new Power Automate desktop features, remove deprecated actions, and optimize the performance based on usage data. So you can regularly keep your desktop flows updated with the new updates coming in the Power Automate desktop. And if there is any deprecated actions which was notified by the Power Automate or Microsoft, in that case you can remove those deprecated actions and use the latest one, which will improve the performance of your bot and it will give you the higher productivity. So these are few best practices which you need to keep in mind when you are developing the bot. You need to ensure that you are using the right name for the variables or for the UI elements for the subflows, which will make your developer or somebody else who is going to handle the maintenance part of the bot, it will help them to monitor or maintain the bot properly. If you like this video, please click on the like button and please subscribe my YouTube channel. And if you have any question, please post it in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Have a great day.